So today I'm going to show you all how to finish up your project. So if you are literally down to the very end, I can barely get a finger in these areas. You can see how low it is, so pretty tall. And so I'm going to stop at this point. And the last thing I'm going to do is knot this last string onto the warp, the brown warp string, so it doesn't unravel. So I'm going to take it through underneath the brown, okay? So I'm going to loop around, then I'm going to go inside the little hole, and then I'm going to pull it nice and tight, okay? If you want to make a second knot, you can. And then right now I'm going to cut that extra little string off. And then at this point you can check, do you have a lot of strings on the back side? If you do, you can cut it. Now I'm going to leave most of them just as they are. I'm just going to kind of do the cutting of the pieces that are kind of around the edge. See if you can kind of see in there. So I'm just going to go cut a few of those little pieces off, give it a little shake. Okay, so my tree's all ready to go. And then remember how we had that extra 12 inches of string kind of wrapped here. So now what you're going to do is cut off a little bit. You want to leave a little tail here so we can tape it down. Now, this is about 12 inches. If you need to double this, that's fine, okay? I probably would if I was there. And then what I'm going to do is you're going to find the center two warp strings. So I have 3 on either side. So I'm going to knot it right here. I'm going to go around through the little hole. Okay, pull it tight. And you can use your needle or not, that's up to you. But basically what you're going to do is you're wrapping it. So you're not even weaving, you're literally taking your string and going all the way around. Okay, now I'm pulling it so it's straight, but it's not like too tight. Okay, and I'm gonna keep going all the way around. I'm trying to make sure that these strings are pretty lined up. And then once I run out of string, this is where that I was a little, I don't think I have quite enough, but it will actually work. So I've got a little piece here, and then I'm going to knot this one. Let me see if you can see that. It's a little more difficult. I'm crossing it over, going through the little hole, pulling it tight. Okay, like I did for the start. And then right now I'm going to trim it. So I'm going to be careful I don't trim right on the knot. I'm going to just trim a little bit of the string to the right of the knot, and then I'm going to go up here and be very careful not to cut all my beautiful green string and cut that. Okay, so now I have my tree and my lovely weaving. So you can stop just as it is right now and take it home, or if you want to add like a little pom-pom up here at the top, I'm going to show you how to do that next. So you can keep watching, or you can stop and then move on to the next project. So I'm going to move this up here. And for this one, you're going to need about 2 fingers, okay? And you're basically going to wrap it around your fingers 15 times. That's what I did on that one, to 20 times, okay? So you're wrapping it around. I didn't count it, but it's close enough, I think. And then I'm going to slide it off my fingers. You see how I'm kind of trying to carefully hold it so I don't lose it. And then I'm going to cut a little piece off here, okay? And I'm going to cut a little piece there, okay? So this piece I'm going to use to tie it. So it's about the size of my hand. So I'm going to set my little piece that I went around my fingers 15 to 20 times, kind of here in the middle. Hold it down. And I'm going to take this and do a regular knot. So I'm going to go like I'm tying a shoe, going through the loop and pull it tight. Do that another time, crossing it over, going through the loop, pulling it tight, and 2 times should be enough, okay? And then all these little parts that are kind of looped over, that's where you're going to slide your scissors in and cut it. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Slide my fingers through, or scissors through, and cut it. And sometimes you miss a couple. So this one, I have missed one right here, and I missed one right here, okay? And it looks like one, yep, right here. Okay, so I've got a little like pom-pom. Then you should have the longer pieces. Those longer pieces are what we use to tie around. So I'm gonna take this back. I'm gonna take it around the very top here, the longest piece. Okay, kind of move it to the side. I can always switch that around. Then I'm gonna cross it over, go in through the hole, pull that tight, and do it one more time. Crisscross, and pull it tight. But this time you don't need to cut it off too short. You can just cut it about the length of all those little pieces and kind of turn it around, fluff it a little bit, and you have your weaving. So you have your tree weaving right here, and it's ready to go home.